A tale as old as time. Ninjutsu masters with lean, mean frames whooping on bad dudes to save the day. Trained at a young age to become lethal warriors, or in most cases, masters of self-defense to protect themselves from the outside world with the help of their master splinter. Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael all became the ferocious fighting team known as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But have you ever sat back and wondered how effective their training would be if attempted in real life? Well, today let's break that down Vanilla Ice style.
Go Ninja, go! Go Ninja, go Ninja, go!
Also, Shredder's Revenge is out now. Yo dudes and dudettes, your friendly neighbor JaxBlade is back with another episode of Would That Work Out? The series where I use my knowledge of personal training and exercise science to analyze how effective a fictional character's routine would be if attempted in real life. And today is a video I want to do for a while now because as many of you who follow me on Twitter at JaxBlade Fitness know, I am a colossal Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, especially if you've seen this video. Seriously, grab a pizza and watch it if you haven't already. It's my magnum opus video. But today, because I've been mega hyped playing Shredder's Revenge, I wanted to break down and look at how effective our favorite turtle dude's training would be if attempted in real life. But first things first, we have to acknowledge there are different versions of the turtles. From the original comics, to the 1987 cartoon, to the 1990s film trilogy, to the 1987 comic series based on the 87 series, the Next Mutation series, the 2003 series, the 2012 cartoon, the Michael Bay movies, how do you learn all that from a book? The Rise of the TMNT cartoon, and the Batman vs. TMNT cartoon, and there's much more stuff on the way. So what we're doing today is just taking an overview look of their trainings, and some are quite similar and some are vastly different. For example, if we look at the teacher and father of Master Splinter, there are different origins with him. Sometimes he's just a pet rat that mimicked the moves of his master Yoshi before his master was killed. But other times he is sometimes actually Hamato Yoshi who got mutated and then becomes Splinter, and then other times he's a rat but who was a reincarnation of Yoshi. Trust me, still not as bad as keeping up with Kingdom Hearts. So personally, I prefer when Yoshi becomes Splinter because even though this is a series where they fight brain aliens and buff furries and a man dressed as a giant kitchen utensil, the most unbelievable thing to me is that a rat could learn everything from ninjutsu just by mimicking punches and kicks it saw its master do. Like how the heck do you master certain ninja moves, like what? But I digress, let's get to it. Now, each of our heroes in the half shell are known to have these qualities. Master of Kobuto, aka weapon mastery.
I'm being completely real with y'all. The only thing I know how to use somewhat decently is nunchucks because I used to watch Bruce Lee movies and Michelangelo was my favorite turtle. Every other weapon, I have absolutely no clue how to do. So this is just gonna be a fun little experience of playing around with these with absolutely no skill. All right, let's get it. So for your safety, do not copy anything I'm doing. Go to a professional martial arts dojo and learn that stuff yourself. Let's get it.
Highly skilled in ninjutsu, Olympic level agility, speed, and strength, and master of stealth and Qigong. Now let's go over the benefits of training in each of those. Started with the fun stuff. Weapons training. So our lean green ninja team are armed with a variety of cool attacking tools. Leo has twin katana, though some iterations of Leonardo actually have ninjaken swords, which are basically just ninja swords that look like this. 2003 Leonardo has ninjaken swords. Michelangelo has nunchucks, though other times Mikey has just a grappling hook, a kusari fundo, twin tonfa, and this one from 2012, which I still can't pronounce. I'm so sorry to all my Japanese viewers. Donnie has a bow staff, and Raph has twin sai. So each of these turtles could do you some serious damage.
This is some nice steel. How about telling me who gave them to you?
Yo mama.
So what are the physical benefits of training with a variety of weapons? Well, they help increase your strength, because when you're handling a weapon, even a light one, it increases the load on your muscles and joints and helps them get stronger. They are really great at building up your wrists and preventing them from getting injured. They also help improve your speed, because speed is a combination of core stability, tendon strength, body positioning, and muscle fiber makeup. And weapons training helps you to build up and improve all of this when done consistently. Another thing they give you is better balance, because the speed at which a weapon moves and the need to use the body to power it forces us to build up better balance and develop greater awareness of body positioning. And no surprise, they build a strong core. I mean, like, you're probably gonna get a turtle shell looking thing after this, because handling weapons forces the two halves of the body, the upper and lower half, to work in tight coordination. This then helps build core strength as the different muscle groups begin to move smoothly together, which can in fact give you some of those turtle shell abs I was just talking about, those aesthetics down there if you have a low enough body fat. That's why some people have like just a really strong, sexy core, because they're doing so much stuff with this stuff. So keep that in mind. They will also help you improve your coordination, because handling weapons adds to the overall amount of force being applied to the body. It requires better hand-eye coordination so you don't accidentally hurt yourself, and this will help you in many aspects of life. And then of course some big things to help with, which you obviously see when watching TMNT, is they improve your stamina and muscular endurance, because when you train with weapons, it's not just about strength, it requires a sustained number of movements carried out convincingly. Sustaining that requires muscles that can perform without failing for a longer period of time than if you were performing without a weapon. So that's one of the reasons the TMNT can fight for so long without them getting tired, since they've been doing it since they were mutant childhood. And finally, they give you better mental agility. The mind is the greatest weapon. Having the ability to create complex mental models of what we do and then adjust them on the fly requires the kind of mental computing power few people can manage. Weapons training becomes an intense mental workout the moment you pick up a weapon and start to wave it around. So all our shell raisers are mega skilled, and yeah, that's tracking so far for them being effective. But what about their physical training? Overall, they don't seem to have bodybuilding type training in most iterations where they build up a ton of bulk, which is surprising when most of the time they are built like green linebackers. I mean, look at this. Forget Trend, y'all need to hop on the Mutagen train. I mean, look at how they did Bebop and Rocksteady. And they don't seem to do a lot of athletic sports weight training either, which could help them improve their explosiveness. But they do want stronger muscles to whoop some bad dude butt. So a lot of their training has to do with calisthenics and some weight training. By the way, check out my program in the pinned comment right now. It'll help you with all this stuff, just as these people have done, and has helped thousands of people so far. So check that out. But it makes sense why they would mostly do bodyweight stuff. I mean, they live in a sewer and don't really have a lot of equipment besides some stuff they find and bring back. So they might have a couple dumbbells and a bench set lying around. I've gushed many times before on how beneficial calisthenics are and why they're super beneficial for fighting, especially when combined with weight training. Calisthenics help you improve your flexibility, your muscular strength, your muscular endurance, your muscular hypertrophy, your coordination, your balance, and it also helps you build a strong core. Everything tracking? Everything tracking for you, this like specimen of a turtle right here? All of which are beneficial for ninjas and fighters who have to fight for long periods of time. And in addition to their weapons training, it tracks that these dudes are strong and functional and working through the different planes of movement with everything Splinter has taught them. So again, this seems like it's tracking well. Now on to the combat training our boys be doing. So our turtles do the basics of shadowboxing, sparring, some parkour, and gymnastics, which all help give them insane cardio for their fights. But the turtles are also masters of all 18 disciplines of ninjutsu. So let's see what they are and how practical they are. So the 18 disciplines are, oh God, I'm gonna try and read through these as effectively as possible. So Seishin Teki Kyoyo. I hope I'm saying that right. So that is like spiritual refinement. So think of what they do in Demon Slayer. And if you want to learn more about that, watch my Demon Slayer With That Workout link right there. 2, Taijutsu, unarmed combat, using one's body as the only weapon. So, you know, just think of like Rock Lee and Might Guy. Like that is basically a thing, or anytime Naruto is like fierce with the hands. Like the turtles are very adept at just like throwing them hands and feet at each other. So that's what they do. Kinjutsu, sword fighting, so you know that'd be for Leo. Bojutsu, stick and staff fighting, all right, so you got Donatello right there. Shuriken Jutsu, throwing shuriken, all of them are very adept at throwing the shuriken. Sojutsu, spear fighting, but in addition to that, Naginata Jutsu. Well, I'd go with like Donatello again, especially 2012 Donatello, because he had like a blade in his like bow staff as well. Like that was kind of cool. Next up is Kusarigama Jutsu, which is basically what Michelangelo uses in the 2012 series with his nunchucks, which are like attached to them, which is just super cool. And yeah, I think this tracks as well as like, you know, if you competently train with it, then yes, this would be very effective. Kayakuya Jutsu, pyrotechnics and explosives. Yep, Mikey loves doing his like ninja vanish. They all know how to do the ninja vanish too, especially you saw that in Secret of the Ooze as well. Henso Jutsu, disguise and impersonation. All right, so they literally go out in public in trench coats. So they are like complete masters of this. So they can most definitely fool people with this because they go out like this and people buy it. Shinobi Iri, stealth and entering methods. All right, so yeah, they are most definitely masters of that because you see them doing a variety of ninja moves where they're just like hiding from things. Like for example, in 2012 where they're fighting Tiger Claw and they're just hiding everywhere. Or in the very first episode in 2003 where they're just like jumping around through the city trying to find Mikey and stuff like that without being caught. Like it's just beautiful work. But like all the ninjas like prove that they're masters of this. Baijutsu, horsemanship. I mean, IDK where they found a horse unless Pinkie Pie visited, but I mean, they've shown that they can ride horse like in TMNT 3 and then like in certain places. Like it's sporadic though. Like I wouldn't say like that's something they specifically train for, especially since they're in the sewer, unless, you know, Pinkie Pie visited. Suren Sreiwan. I am so sorry for all my Japanese viewers out there. That is just water training. So they are in the sewers. So as disgusting as it sounds, they would be very, very adept at this, just swimming in that sewer water. Boryaku. That is military strategy, and they do come up with a lot of strategies to fight Shredder and the Krang. Choho. Espionage. So that's just spy work, and they're masters of spying. Like you see that throughout the series. Like each series, they're always like constantly lurking and stuff like that, just like spying on the opponents from various places without being seen. So that is very, very common. It tracks for them. In Ponjutsu, escaping and concealment. So they are masters of escape. Once they're like, you should not take your eyes off a Ninja Turtle. Like they are literally like, they can like go like that. Like especially with Mikey, if he has one of those smoke bombs, he can just like teleport wherever. So that is a crazy ability that they all have. Tenman, meteorology. I mean, well, they do fight space aliens. So I guess if you want to take that. And then Chiman is just geography. So I guess that would be more of a Donnie thing because he is the smartest of them. So all of this tracks from what we've seen from them. But when you get to we ain't there yet. But would the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles training work in real life?
You wanna know what's funny is I was just literally goofing off with these weapons and it's legitimately tiring. Like I could see why the Ninja Turtles are like so ready for combat, all right? This is legit tiring, especially fighting hordes of foot ninjas. So damn, respect to the Lean Green Ninja team.
Also to my $5 patron shoutouts for the month of July, AX13, Ben Romero, Charles Dooley, Daquan Allison, Damien the Human, Frank Barone, Hunter Birch, John Paul Meyer, Callus Wing, Rex Ashcraft, Samuel, and Tack. All of you are super. Just saying, thank you for the added support. If you have the time and resources, Most Def. It's just a program of constant calisthenics and martial arts, and that would help anyone out. Just ask April in 2003, 2012, and even Rise, because she actually learned how to fight like them because she asked Splinter to help teach her. And hell, in 2022's Shredder's Revenge, the 80s April, she is so fine, I still love this woman to this day, learned to fight just as well. The only iffy part is the energy beam dragon power-ups, because we can't do that yet. Well, dudes and dudettes, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more With That Workouts, just hit that playlist right there. I'm sure I've covered one of your favorite characters. And if you actually like to train like these characters yourself, hit my other playlist, Tough Like the Tunes, because I got tons of workouts based on your favorite fictional characters again, and many more of those are coming. And I have just a ton of stuff here, so be sure to hit that bell icon and subscribe, and let me know what you thought of the video down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Like, and hit that like button. It really helps the algorithm and all that stuff. And if you made it this far in the video, type 87 April Bay, because it lets me know who stayed this far in the video, and it helps with like all the stuff with the YouTube stuff. So I really appreciate that. And check out my programs, my full in-depth programs. They've helped out a ton of people so far in the description box and in the pinned comment right now. So if you are interested in any of this stuff, hit that out. Those are just full in-depth programs with like, you know, meal plans and like, you know, calendars and stuff like that. So you can actually stay mega consistent without like going towards your own needs. So just putting that out there if you're interested. And, you know, tons of upcoming videos, make a Spider-Man video, more calorie burn videos, more Would That Workouts, more Tough Like the Tunes. And yeah, thank you all for being here. All of you are my best supporters, goats, every single one of you, kings, queens, non-binary reals. And remember, like I always say, keep calm, booyah on, and don't forget, Momentai. Hope you have a great rest of your day.